Good morning. It's good, y'all. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. I got two topics for y'all today. We're going to start off with Calico versus Showoff. And then after that, we're going to do a live reaction to this Jae Millz Rum Nitty response diss track. The man dropped pretty quick. Did he already have this chambered? Did he record it that fast and spin the block on Nitty? I don't know. I'm going to listen to the bars and see if there's a bunch of current stuff mixed in. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. So I'm going to do a live reaction with y'all. But all right, let's get this topic of Showoff versus Calico off the table. Is Showoff versus Calico happening on today's RBE card? The answer is no. I cannot be more crystal clear than that. It's like that league on the side, like one of the 100 reasons why I retired. It's like these are like the reminders, like why ARP? Like, and I explained to y'all in the stream the other day why we still do it. It's the passion, right? I ain't coming all the way back over there. Nah, I hate dealing with all that shit, but the passion of it still makes us go. I'm a hip hop head. I'm a battle rap head. I love this shit. But when it comes to Calico versus Showoff, so Showoff will be in the building today. All right. And I definitely got to put that out there and make that clear because I got a Showoff specific topic as it relates to what will happen next. And I got some footage that I want to play for y'all. I want to walk y'all down memory lane for a second. Calico will not be there. Calico and I had two fairly intense conversations yesterday. I say that maturely and calmly, you know. I did have an opportunity to sleep on it. This was yesterday. I found out yesterday about 5 p.m. when Cal called me. All right. So this is obviously after yesterday's stream when I was talking like, hey, we're gonna have a good time tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. And it's funny too, because if you watch yesterday's live stream during that Reed Dollars topic, shout out to Reed. If y'all missed that topic, go check that out. Talking about what happens on both sides for a cancel. You can't make this shit up. Do I have a crystal ball or some shit? But at the same time, I'm not exempt from falling into the same probability that I was talking about on the stream before I get that call from Calico later in the afternoon, which is one of the reasons why league owners contract the way that they do is because the reliability of cards remaining fully complete as far as everything happens as expected on quality of A to A plus, which is what we all expect as fans and as consumers and as league owners, the probability of it is low in battle rap. So both sides take their positions about what happens after a mishap, a misunderstanding, fuck shit, blocked battles, thievery, walking off, running off on a plug, a league owner or a league not having the money or switching, whatever the circumstances is, right? So I was just talking about that, and I'm not exempt from those probabilities. So no Showoff and Calico. From a business standpoint, why am I telling y'all this as well? I've done my best over the years to give y'all as much transparency as possible to then reflect back on the integrity of what I wanted to be in RBE. Now, I don't owe anybody any money because there's nothing for sale. So technically, it's not like, oh, fuck, let me tell you. If I don't tell these fans, I'm like all these other league owners that don't tell you until you already bought the pay-per-view or you're already in the building with your paid for a ticket. That's thievery at a level. So what do I really owe y'all today? Just maintaining the same type of, I feel, transparency that I've tried to give y'all over the years. It's just y'all time. It's just y'all time and expectations. You know, like there's still people that's going to be there that's like, I'm coming to see Calico and Showoff. You know what I'm saying? So you can have back that time. And you know what I mean? Like 100% because ARP is telling the public that battle's not happening. Respectfully. So as far as those reasons why it's not happening, like I said, I had two pretty intense conversations with Calico yesterday, and I slept on it and I calmed down some because I've been here too many times over the last 10 plus years in this type of, like 12 years at this point, because I'm counting the full circles with even shit like Jags car rolling over. That's like post retirement. That shit happens in a full circle, a one-off. His car flips over that same morning and shit, right? Surgery, bone out the hip, sewed up, out of anesthesia, back home and on three-way calls with me and Swave 7 hours later. You know, that's not even during RBE. That's like that's full circle post retirement, like a year and a half ago type shit. Of the two words that I'm gonna put out, unique circumstances. You know, I want to leave space for Calico to address it the way that he sees fit. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have to. You know what I mean? It's probably not a big deal to many, many people. You know what I'm saying? But don't ask me the questions right now. Not right now. Okay, if y'all would have asked me yesterday, I probably would have told y'all too much. But right now, don't ask me the question. What I need to focus on right now for today is, what do I do today? Okay. So I have some options, and I want you guys to weigh into the comments, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. If you had your choice as a fan, what would be the outcome based on the options that I'm about to give y'all? Put it in the comments below, because all day long after this video is set to public, I'm going to be looking at those comments. I'm going to walk into that card maybe later on today with maybe some of that energy in those comments on my mind, and maybe some of that even leans into the decisions that are made going forward. Okay. Option A. Do I, and you know what? Let me start getting into this footage. Option A. Option 1. Put them in the chat. Option 1. Do I spin the block with this matchup immediately? Meaning that one person in the matchup has a problem, the other person is ready to go, but I put something back together at light speed for y'all to get the match in front of y'all. So this is what happened with Rosenberg Raw versus Head Ice, you know, and I got a million of these examples, unfortunately, on the RBE channel, but I'll give y'all one for the options, one each. So, you know, something came up personal to Head Ice. He had to call me last minute about not being able to make it to Atlanta to do the battle. You guys never heard me piss. You guys never heard me moan. You guys never heard me tell you the reasons why. I never made that public. And Head Ice and I, we worked out a decision that I had to fly into Newark and get the battle done. And this is when we did 2 battles. We did Head Ice versus Rosenberg Raw, and we did O-Red versus A-Ward, because O-Red had a situation as well. Right. So this is like 10 people there. This is like the people that they pulled up with. Like, we literally did this right in Newark, right next to the airport. You know, so Head Ice had an issue, but I did it immediately. And
they tried scaring us, but his kind fear is us. You know, the black of the rose.
One of the reasons why I did it immediately is because there was something for sale. I owed the fans that as well. You know, there was a pay-per-view. Head Ice versus Rosenberg Raw isn't on a pay-per-view. Happens every fucking day, B. And I spin around, I shoot this ASAP, and I try to get it in front of the fans. No different than trying to get like Calico and Ill Will done the same night. And let's get this up on the VOD for y'all. You know, actually, that's like a 4th example I can give here. Right. But still relevant. Is this option 1 that you guys would want? Just get the footage in front of us like tomorrow, if you can. RBE, it wouldn't be tomorrow. Let's say like within a week or 2. Get the footage in front of us, ARP and Calico and Showoff. Option 1 in the chat. Get the footage in front of us, just like this. Option 2. Do we let it go? Do I say, let's just move on? Whoever Calico battles next, whoever Showoff battles next, let this matchup go. Meaning that maybe it's a sign to not do the fucking matchup. Like, what's the anticipation for y'all out there? This wasn't a promoted card by design, by purpose, by nature of what I even explained to y'all once again, ironically, on yesterday's stream as the stream opened up. It's not meant to be promoted like that. You know, I don't ask the battlers to promote. I tell them they don't have to during the engagement. I've been saying this how many times publicly? You know, by now you guys are tired of me fucking saying it. the design of the full circles and the one-off bookings post my retirement after Max Out 3. I've said it a million fucking times. But do we just leave it alone? Let everybody just say, you know what? Fuck it. This battle has been on ARP's mind for years. It's been discussed at times on interviews for years. I was finally able to make it happen. And then when it was time for it to go down in less than 24 hours before, it broke. So you know what, ARP? Leave it alone. That's option 2. Okay, leave it alone. So we got option 1, get the footage in front of us, right? As soon as possible, ARP. Option 2, leave it alone. The final option, option 3. Let me bring this example up. Mr. Millz. Why is Mr. Millz standing here on stage? And why is the person on the other side of the stage me? So in this scenario, Mr. Millz was supposed to battle Holmesy the God. Holmesy the God called out last minute for personal reasons. I never told y'all what those personal reasons were. I never pissed about it. I never moaned about it. Right? There was no public back and forth or charade or dance or no shit like that. Mr. Millz is in the building. And keep this in mind, people. A lot of times these people are in the building because the leagues are getting these updates last minute, fourth quarter, overtime, 24 hours or less. So their opponents be in town and shit. Just like Showoff has already driven into Atlanta with his family, with his friends. He's got blood relatives with him. You know, like, so a lot of people sometimes still say, all right, well, I'm gonna pull up to the event, even though my opponent ain't gonna be there. And that's Mr. Millz' case here. Mr. Millz don't live in New York when we shot this, you know, but he's still there in the building. Now we elected to say we're not going to do the battle, which was like option 2. But not only are we not going to do the battle, Mr. Millz, you spent time crafting these rounds and it's tailored material. You know what we're going to do? We're going to release them. We're going to release the rounds. And if you want somebody to stand across from you just for the whole optics or the vibe of rapping to an opponent, fuck it, I'll stand there. And you could just go through your material. Now, he didn't do his whole 3 rounds right here. I think he only did like 1 round. But like, option 3, what if Showoff released all 3 of his rounds? And I'm going to add on to that point in a second. That what if right there, especially related back to yesterday's stream. How fucking ironic is this shit? Do I have a crystal ball? I might. I fucking might, man. Or maybe I just been doing this shit so long that I know the game and the probabilities. And my expectations are what they are. But shout out to Mr. Millz in this occasion here. At times, he couldn't even help himself from turning to me and rapping. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know how I get away with murder? I tell him it's all common sense. If I put the silence on the Nina, he won't know who's ringing, so there's no way a niner missing. Why you dying out? The menu prep, see what's at stake is costly. No roof Chris, niggas prep for meals and still got his onion dice. I'm a food chef, 2 arms around the waist, German suplex, Mike Burger, split holes in half, now he a duplex. Oh my God.
Split Holmesy in 2. Now he a duplex. So tailored material. You know, what is he going to do with that? You know, if I'm not doing it, if he's not banking on somebody else doing the battle. So when I talk about the business related to it, I was just talking about how I contract or how I do business in RBE all the way back to our second card with like math and no red. So that does put Showoff in a spot. It's a shitty spot, but this is battle rap. It's like I lived through these spots a million times. You guys just watched a couple scenarios. The battle is of or the opponents that are ready to go. They live through these situations. Reed just voiced his frustration with these situations. They happen every card B. Nobody is exempt. Nobody. No league, no battle rapper, no opponent, no fan. Nobody is exempt. This is battle rap. Okay. If we did just drop the rounds, I would have Avocado shoot that in the building with everybody. Maybe Cassidy still hosts it. Who knows? You know, I don't know how the rest of this day is going to unfold. Maybe the crowd there gets to enjoy it, screams out during his bars if they fuck with some of the haymakers or whatever. Those 3 rounds drop. Showoff doesn't waste the material. And then I get him a bag for it. I get him something. You know, I get him because it would be uploaded as content. Content generates rev, right? So it's only right that he gets a bag if he releases his material. Okay. I even had a 4th option, but I'm going to take it off the table. You know, as I woke up this morning, I was thinking about it. I was just like, I'll put it on camera and let the fans weigh in. Would the 4th option be, do I just give the performance of the night and the bar of the night bag to Showoff and let him perform his rounds if he wants to perform his rounds? But then I'm like, damn, it's a domino effect. But then that's not fair to the other 6 battlers that are ready, that are in the building, that are ready to go, and they want to earn with whatever their material earns them. And now they don't get the option to win their performance of the night and bar of the night, even though that wasn't even in their contract. You know, not everything has to be in your contract as long as you're not taking away from the battle or the battler. For example, if I negotiate a battle with you and then we agree on a price, a date, an opponent, yada, 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 yada. And then later on, I have the idea, which I've done a million fucking times, even at Max Out 3. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give away a performance of the night. We're gonna give away a battle. Like, what was it? Ill Will, Arsenal, and B Magic and A Verb, all 1 bags from Max Out 3, I believe, right? Voted by Rosenberg Raw, Vodafly, and Showtime SP. Think about doing that like as incentives and bells and whistles and extras. That's out of my pocket. That's things I don't have to do. I do those after, you know, I'm trying to find ways to give more to the culture, give more to the fans, give more to the card, give more to the battlers. I don't see anything. I hope nobody sees anything wrong with that. So if I put that on the table out of me trying to give incentives, or I take it off the table, you know, technically no battler should be upset with me. But I don't want to do that because that's, once again, that domino effect that really isn't my decision. Nah, let the other 6 battlers still have their opportunity to hit that performance or that bar tonight and get their extra incentive. So this would option 3 would purely be, you know, I would discuss a number with Showoff if he agreed to, if this is what he wanted to do, and that would be option 3. So you got leave this in the chat, and then we're gonna move on, people. You got option 1, which is get this in footage in front of us ASAP. ARP, Calico, Showoff. Option 2, leave it alone. Don't do the battle. Everybody go their way. Number 3, since Showoff is prepared and he is here and he is ready to perform, let him drop his rounds in the building. Now, obviously, if he drops his rounds in the building, the last thing I would try to do is book a Calico versus a Showoff match. So then the match definitely is never going to be booked by RBE. But Showoff is here. He gets, you know, some of his back end. RBE still gets to deliver to the fans some of the performance or some of the content or some of the bars that you guys would have seen with the matchup today. You know, you guys get it. That's it. Last but not least, this was funny. Head Ice versus Showoff. You just can't make some of this shit up.
Show you talking to an OG that done showed a lot. Got more blocks than Floyd's shoulder. You a toy soldier with an AR that came out of P toy chest. I came to close the box.
This dropped without Showoff during social distance. Only 1 battler had their round out for this right here. And this also was a re-jump start to people putting some respect back on Ice's name. This was like classified the whole round, the best round of the whole social distance card. They loved this verse right here that he dropped. And then it was like a resurgence temporarily for Head Ice, you know? So, and it was Showoff on the opposite end, the guy that sat there quietly you know, honorably, while Head Ice had this verse that the whole culture loved. How ironic is that if we went with option 3? How ironic is that? Got another situation. This is not necessarily the same, but this nigga Cortez, shout out to Cortez. This nigga Cortez canceled on me versus the 40 Cal social distance, and then he still dropped his round on his own channel. Like, stab me like good old battle rap. Yeah, there's a little frustration in my voice. Duh, motherfucker. All right. Drop your comments below. Let me know what y'all think, what y'all would like, which option, if y'all had the power to choose, would y'all go with? 1, 2, or 3? Jae Millz and Rum Nitty, you up? Topic 2, and then we out of here for today. This man spun the block a little too fast. Once again, we're going to pay attention to see if he got some current bars in here or if he was already loaded. Because that would be another thing that people got to be careful of. Like, he obviously is making the time to record, shoot, upload, get ready, and then just have the perfect timing to click public on his video for you motherfuckers. Like, because then he gets to bait you. He gets to wait. He gets to see. He gets to force you to lose the coin flip. All these different factors. But how did the music actually turn out, though? All right, Millz, it's on you. Let's go.
Black Glove Millsy. Chin up, 10 toes down. Let's get to it. Left, right, left, right, yeah. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 21 gun salute, dressed in fatigues, black jeans and boots. Baby Seagull first album, all I speak is the truth. Stillest nigga Rum Nitty think he live like me. Like he could make a couple thousands going live like me. Like he proved them slick walks was a lie like me. Like he told DNA he never been outside like me. Like he fly like me, been that guy like me. Like he got gold and platinum plaques and getting up high like me. Peepin', I take this war shit deeply.
Started off by trying to separate them two. Accolades versus accolades. I've done this, you haven't done that. I got these recent kills to the culture's consensus, or wins to the culture's consensus within this whole on beat lane. You don't. Creating separation, war tactics. Ironically, this shit is named war, right?
Any real spitters get looked over and done greasy. Rum Nitty, let's be honest, you's a stock boy. When you put work in, boy, you was working. Shut the fuck up. What y'all got to deter?
Stock boy. Did anybody see Chris on Biased Blog the other day? This nigga Chris. This nigga says, you know, Rum Nitty, he's a light person in battle rap, which he is. You know, he's a good guy. The only angles out him is this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, that time that this happened. Oh, yeah, that one scenario with this and then this. But other than that, and I was just like, God forbid the opponent didn't know some of this shit. I was watching that shit. I said, this nigga Chris is sick. It almost feels like he's throwing the information out there for the battle. Nah, he wasn't trying to set up, did he? But I was just like, God damn. But anyway, yeah, that's one. That's one right there. That's on Nitty that he obviously crafted a little bar with. All right, let's go.
Trying me is a big fun, that's pretty bold. Like easy passing fast, like the battles taking their toll. My flow is pure gold, and you have been exposed. How you a real stepper with fake Jordans on your toes? Right now,
that's the one I predicted from Nitty's video.
Feeling golden, and we don't drink from where I'm from. We grab a cup like Jamar and Porter Rose. It's two of us rapping, but only one been on.
Grab a cup.
It's me. Rum just me giving you attention alone is a gift. Merry Christmas, and might I add, you're very Christmas. I know chicks realer than you. Miss Hustle, Misfit, rest in peace, Miss Melody. This shit a felony, a homicide. You nice.
The Miss Hustle one. Miss Hustle fine, man. You ain't gonna get no shot off with that, Millz.
But on a beat, you underqualified. I don't think I ever been in a zone like this. It's about timing, and it get worse every time my clock tick. My ops get no room to breathe. This shit is no fair. I'm talking Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, no air. Wherever you trying to go, we can go there. My heart cold, I walk around in snow gear. Rum, I'm a savage like 21 and Randy. Oh yeah, your bar's cool, but they got no glare. One shot kill, reload where? They found my DNA DNA at the scene, a single strand of goat hair. This is Chauncey and Kane that night. He touched Ronnie. I'm like, new edition right after they added Johnny. Can you stand the rain, nigga? Come outside. Fuck that umbrella. I'm camouflage everything. Rum, you a sundresser.
Was that like a whole R&B shit? Can you stand the rain? Run, come outside. Where's your umbrella? Rihanna and Can You Stand the Rain? And my bad. I'm not doing any rewinds right now, but I don't know. Was he? Am I like catching on late with like a little R&B scheme that he was in? I don't know.
You by yourself, you probably struck with a swift switch. Tell me how you a little nigga, it's still a big bitch. I'm too gone, you'll never level me. I'm off the grid, Nick. Heard I got some sons in Phoenix. You might be my kid, Nick. Like part in the lace front. Rum, you about to get your wig split. Bitch. Keep playing, you gon' end up like canned goods with your lid flipped. I'ma diminish every drop of respect that you did get. Black gloves, black shades, I'm just now getting what I'm owed. The shit like back pay. Browns like Alfred, I'm Bruce, just through the back cave. Only difference, this ain't no comic book or no graphic page. My YouTube number so crazy, got bloggers past the maze. I'm talking Sunday to Wednesday, I can rap for days. Nah, fuck it, I got more though. My flow gon' live forever, I'm immortal. We gon' run it up this year, yeah, that's more though. And when I say arms, yeah, that's plural. Revolvers, semi-autos, you tiptoeing, but it's war though. You a Shih Tzu, I'm a Cane Corso. My flow got variations like Toro. Hey, why the fuck this nigga Rum talking like he Goro? As if I won't put his back pockets on the floor though. Little boy, it's wartime. Fuck 24 hours to respond, I give you 48 if you need more time. You can pick your call time. You ain't even the greatest from your region, I might be the greatest of all time. I'm no Muhammad Ali, but the closest thing to Muhammad Ali, get Rama IV. I'm concerned, but that's just the Virgo inside of me. But like I told Tina, I'll kill you if you die on me.
Motherfucker, I got more. Motherfucker, this is war. I'm like Kobe on that 81 night. I'm thinking score.
Royal Rumble, everybody shoot at Mills. I'm thinking sure. New York, St. Louis, VA. I feel like I'm on a tour. Now they got me on the west. I feel
like that.
Luka in the fourth. Lady, let me in the building. Now I'm up on Nitty floor with the handle of the hammer. About to knock on Nitty door. And like bamboo and strap, walk right in and let it off. It's that black glove, Millsy shit. I won't do you.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yo, what's worse? I got the answer. It is bamboo. Because I was going to compare it to Bishop in the elevator. It is worse. Like, it's his home, and his family, and his mother was there. You went to his home. You went to his home, B. Yeah, that is worse. But of course, the elevator shit, because of the meme of fucking Pac standing there after walking in and shit, that's the way more popular one. But damn, such a classic movie too. Strapped.
Filthy bitch, oh, you don't feel me, Nick? Well, load up, beat and kill me, bitch. I'ma break you down to the worst degree. This murder is first degree. Bitch, nigga, you should play for the Mercury. And not an EFB, you the worst of me. Aight, now I'm trolling, but y'all can't lie, that shit did go perfectly. From you ain't no alien, just a human on earth to me. Strap going over my shoulder, but ain't no purse on me. You can see the fire coming from my eyes. All I see is red like some content YouTube ain't about to monetize. Sick thoughts in my brain run aside. I'm about to start a suit accessory company, call it Traumatized. Black cat cutting through my seams in the video for no Iverson. Carnell, I'm the glitch in the matrix, it ain't no lie in him. And I is him. And if I'm tripping, reach for my laces and tie him in. I dare you, arms clapping, no applause. I will slide on Nitty like a soccer mom paying doors. AJ Black, here's your Cody Black Glove, Millsy is Lord. And when I win, I want Rum to present me with my award.
And the winner is Millsy.
Left, right, left, right.
This was 5 minutes.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
I don't want to miss nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to miss nothing. Okay.
From to present me with my
Good visuals as always, good production as always, good direction as always, good rapping as always. He upheld the bar that he set for himself, but there's some issues. There's some issues. Jae Millz, I believe, in my opinion, you are now back to back where you are allowing some fans to, you're going to allow some fans to sit in a spot where they create debate, unlike other engagements and back and forth you had where it was over clear. Okay. Why? Diddy didn't have a 10 release. I gave him an 8. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a good track, you know, but Nitty didn't make niggas stand up and turn the lights off. You know what I'm saying? Like, turn the lights off. And this is now the second time here, Jae Millz you're a victim of yourself, and that's a compliment. That's a compliment. You are a victim of yourself. You've released so high and great quality and shit. The redundancy factor is something I'm going to get to in a second too. With DNA, Goods, Jack Boy, B Magic, Averb, that what you released, not in my opinion, I think the easy release, the new algorithm is definitely better than this one. I like that track. That didn't fall down at all. But the culture's consensus was almost just like, I don't know. We're gonna compare the two songs a little bit. They're gonna allow this to be compared a little bit to Nitty's joint. They will. They will. Nitty, it seems like he is a harder opponent as far as crafting shit. I think he had more personal investment and also more angles that were just right there for his pen when it comes to a DNA and a Goods. And then you could see the passion in it, calling Goods and DNA certain things that he feels about how they moved. And then you keep going and going and going, like to somebody like Averb. Your pen has certain things flowing through it. And I just feel like Nitty is a little bit of a tougher target because he is a light guy, because he doesn't really have that type of dirt on his name. There isn't something on the tip of people's minds that they want to say about Nitty that somebody now turns around and, like, let's say Goods, right? Goods, you know, he has the money perception thing that rubs a lot of people the wrong way, but it doesn't come to the forefront unless it's a discussion or somebody opens up that can of worms. Right. So it's on people's minds already. And then when you have like a Jae Millz playing the underdog and then he goes into it and then he attacks it, people get to say, yeah, I don't like that. It's almost a psychological thing. With Nitty, there's nothing really sitting on people's minds like, yeah, you kind of did deserve to hear about this, you know? And I'm listening to the raps here, and he's got some shots and and some personals in there, of course, but nothing really that makes you stop, like the way he was able to take a intermission on B Magic and drop the screenshots and shit, you know, or the DNA Never Been Outside. Even though that's super catchy, everybody knows the clap the machete thing. And even DNA, he had to morph into that to the point where he swapped his whole career over, where he's like, no more gun bars, no more street nigga shit. You know, that they're not going to let me do that. You know, the clap the machete thing is something that haunted him forever. And then you come with the you never been outside. So you see how the compounding of what's already in people's minds works. This is not going to hit Nitty super hard the way he's hit other opponents. But it's a good track. So I gave Nitty an 8. I'm going to give this an 8 as well. If I had to compare this to some of Jae Millz's other work, like the B Magic, the definitely the No AI and the Averb releases and Turn the Lights Off or whatever, it would be less than an 8 if I was comparing him to himself. He's a victim of himself to a degree here because he's been releasing that good quality shit. And this is quality as well, okay? So I don't want to take away from that. Here's something now, personal request. Jae Millz, you're falling into something of a pattern of redundancy that people are going to feel now, unless you end up in a dirty back and forth. What do I mean by dirty back and forth? I mean back to the vibe that people felt where they had personal investment into you versus DNA and you versus Goods, because it even started from a place of passion and personal and arguments and you guys possibly about to do the podcast together and all that type of stuff, right? You and Nitty is pure competition. There's no personalized investment that the fans have. When you don't have a personalized investment, no different than leagues and bloggers or whatever building up backstory for a promotion of a battle. These guys have a grudge. Sue Surf and Hitman just had a scuffle on the sidewalk. Let's say Calico and Hitman is after they had a live stream falling out as friends, and you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Grudges, Bill Collector, Hitman, you know, grudges and things that are built up and storylines. If you don't have that, Jae Millz, I think you need to pay that much more attention to not just tailored material in your bars and obviously a new unique beat from Ron Browse, but your visuals, your videos, and your concepts. need to give the virality now, because this video then it's starting to feel redundant. It's like, all right, beautiful location, beautiful shooting, beautiful directing, but then it starts to feel, if we have no personal investment, it starts to feel like something we've already seen. This is real shit. This is real shit. So, and I feel like some people could be feeling this way, and what they do is they don't even realize why they're thinking like that, and then they end up dropping the grade, and it don't deserve to be dropped. So, conceptually, Millz, I think the editing and the redundancy to some of these type of diss songs, you may be at a point where you need to introduce another layer of creativity. Do a skit. You did a skit leading into, I think, one of Goods' tracks where you were spinning the block. There you go. There you live right there. Blah, blah, blah. You need to get into maybe some other things to add, so there's not that redundancy factor. Tell a story. Create a fake Rum Nitty and have a conversation with them. I'm making up stupid shit. You guys are the creators. You guys are the creatives. You know what I'm saying? But if there's no personalized investment and it's just great rapping, a good beat, and the same editing patterns based in a good location, the redundancy factor is actually in time going to play against Millz if he doesn't navigate it properly. I don't say none of that to take away from this good track. It's just something that I'm peeping. Something that I'm peeping. So I think Nitty and Millz should go again. Right? If it ends right there, nobody's going to talk about this battle anymore. All right, well, yeah, Nitty's dropped one. It was formidable. Millz dropped one. It was formidable. And then that's it. We move on. That's not good for either one of y'all, especially Millz, because Nitty does both. He's going to go on stage tomorrow and pick up a bag. You are staying in this musical lane. You don't want people to have an engagement, a battle, a back and forth with Millz, and the last one they walk away say, Now, I know you're saying he got more for Easy. I think people love that. People are personally invested in fucking with Easy or disliking Easy. So there's that psychological thing with the fans. You know what I'm saying? It's not that with Nitty. So you either leave this alone or you come with something that's going to make people buy in heavier, because this one is not going to make people buy in heavy against Nitty. All right. Good shit. I hate that when I break down shit like that from my own just perspectives and opinions. I hate that there's people out there that might not really interpret how positive of a take that is. They might really feel like it's like speaking from a negative or I'm detracting. I'm not. I love what these guys are doing, and I'm fans of these guys' work. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Please, for the first topic, drop me them comments below. Let me know what you think about Jae Millz versus Rum Nitty. Who's up right now after this first round of releases? Who's winning? Put those comments for me in the below as well. And for the next couple hours, I'm going to be reading these comments. And like I said, some of you guys' comments might actually add to the decision that we make. Those 3 decisions for this Calico and this Showoff situation, okay? Other than that, shout out to King Los. Shout out to Chef Trez. Fourth round freestyle, rebuttal freestyle round attached. Shout out to Ill Will versus Remedy Loco. Shout out to KD versus Danger Zone, hosted by Mickey Fact. Shout out to Cassidy, now hosting the other 2 battles as well. Shout out to everybody that picked up a free ticket, is going to be there to watch some free battles. Yeah, it's still a battle rap weekend, man. All right, so salute and shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna have some fun. I'll be here tomorrow to let y'all know a little bit about whatever happens today. We'll talk about it tomorrow, probably live. Other than that, wish the battlers luck. I promised y'all that I'd probably, can't promise if it's a probably. I told y'all that I'd probably get a morning vid up for y'all before I gotta go start moving around in the day. I got work to do this morning. I got moving around to do this morning. I gotta try to get over to the card today. I got an active day. So wish me a little bit luck too. Why not? I appreciate y'all. All right. Send me some good energy too. All right, we'll be back.